Hello, hi, welcome to ABC News Highlights. My name is Golda Abadai.
And my name is Nana Kwame Rubin.
It is a Thursday, and as usual, we're bringing you news in the country, the continent, and across the globe. Right to our first story. Where are the Otabils, Duncan-Williamses, Reverend Marteys, and Heward-Mills? Nyaho-Tamakloe is asking. So Dr. Nyaho-Tamakloe, a prominent figure in Ghana's political space and a key member of the Ghana Today coalition, has called on citizens to speak truth to power during a stirring press conference on Wednesday, October 11, 2023, at the Ghana Journalists Association headquarters. He also questioned why important individuals and organizations in the country were silent. Dr. Tamakloe expressed concern about the current state of Ghana and the apparent absence of individuals who had once spoken truth to power. And I'm quoting, individuals who constantly spoke truth to power some years ago to emerge from the self-imposed exercise to speak to the government we have now. Where are the Otabils, Duncan-Williamses, Reverend Marteys, and Heward-Mills, and the many civil society organizations and critical journalists? He bemoaned. He stressed the need for these influential voices to step forward and address the challenges we're facing today. We need to speak truth to power to help maintain the peace we have in this country. Anything to go by the tenets of our wavering democratic principles would turn this country upside down. So, Nana, say merit has or patch a day, when it was the previous government in power, these voices were heard when things weren't going right. Why are we not hearing their voices today?
I can't answer for them. I actually can't. But I think the facts remain the facts. They have been considerably silent compared to other governments. People on social media are almost bothered by this intentional silence or whatsoever because we constantly see these head of state politicians and leaders in the churches of these mentioned pastors. They seem to be frolicking with them. So people are asking, why can't you speak power to, why can't you speak truth to power? Is it because, for a lack of better word, in a very metaphorical sense, you are in bed with them, sort of? But yeah, most of these mentioned names are also on the board of the National Cathedral, right? So, well, we just hope that they will speak truth to power. And yeah,
I'm sure maybe some will also say, oh, since they're in bed with them, they've had the conversation indoors. But I think Dr. Tamakloe is saying we don't want indoor conversations. We want to see what, you have to say for Ghanaians to see that you do care about, the well-being.
and just like he said, they weren't speaking to the others indoors. And this government is not the first time that head of state and politicians are going to churches for subtle endorsements and prayers from these men of God. So yeah, guys, let us know what you think. Do you think these pastors should speak about the level of governance and leadership we have going on in the country, or you don't? Let us know in the comment section. And we are moving on to our next story. In a very devastating turn of events, the controlled spillage of the Akosombo Dam has caused heavy flooding in districts and communities down the Volta Lake. So sometime back in September, the Volta River Authority released a press statement and asked residents of communities down the Volta Lake to take precautionary measures because of the heavy inflow of waters into the lake, the Akosombo Dam and the Pong Dam. They would be controlling the spillage upstream. So the thing is, they control the spillage upstream and it could have dire consequences downstream. The only thing they told the people were that we will keep in constant communication with you, and if anything, just prepare and take precautionary measures. That was what the press statement said. And almost a month after, they are hit with heavy floods that has led to over 30 communities in the Dongo districts, I hope I got the name right, flooded. Houses are submerged in water. Over 100 fish cages have been destroyed, investments lost, and it's still ongoing. The flood is not stopping anytime soon. Also, the MP for North Dongo, that is Nyaho-Tamakloe has spoken to the media asking that the VRA controls the spillage in a way where the people downstream can evacuate.
Usually for an institution that notices something like this is about to happen, when you say people should take precautionary measures, given that you are the expert in the field, do you not say, okay, so we're going to build these kinds of tents or structures maybe up there so that you can stay there till we control the spillage? Or did they tell the people there, and you know, their financial capacity, okay, we know you have the money, so, you know, do this, do that, like?
That was what I found very problematic about the press statement before. As in, at the time, when you just say take precautionary measures, it could mean anything.
Exactly. What does that mean? Maybe it's just going to be some drop that is passing by, or it's a whole thing that is flooding.
Exactly. So I think when they sensed the intense inflow, they could have communicated earlier before the flood hit that they should evacuate, but they did not. And now a lot of houses, I mean, I'm talking 6 feet upwards. A lot of houses, over 30 communities, a lot of investments lost. And people are asking, what is NADMO doing? Well, NADMO, together with VRA, they have rather gone to the place and they've given them some relief items, including mattresses and food.
Please be specific. Relief items,
mattresses, near Gianni.
Where will they put the mattresses? On top of the flowing dam? Where?
Exactly. That is a problem. I really feel in my heart that a lot of people are saying they couldn't control this. But I feel like if there was a better communication scheme, we would have been able to control the effect of the spillage.
The effect, protect lives and protect properties.
Yes, they can't uproot their houses away, but they can move their belongings.
They can.
Actually, because now Honorable Ablaka is asking that they control the spillage in a way that the people can now evacuate upstream. But we're asking, where are they going?
Well, we hope that the government pays attention and does something.
Yes, so we hope the government actually they do that, or people in government do that. A lot of people on social media are talking about the fact that there have been swift responses to international calamities or international problems. Whether it's
we're not looking in our own backyard.
That is what people are saying. But then you can see the videos on your screen right now. The situation is dire. It is really dangerous. Over 16 kids have been reportedly injured. There are reports, even though very unconfirmed, of death. But then a lot of properties, a lot of belongings, a lot of businesses have lost, even including resorts and hotels along the Volta Dam.
That is bad.
Very.
Well, we are sorry that they had to experience something like that, and we hope that they do get swift help. On to our next story for the day. So this story is so confusing for me right now. I don't even know where to begin and where to end. Today we are trying to, find out who is responsible for trying to oust the IGP from his position, and the next time he's the villain, and today there's an indefinite suspension of a sitting. So the parliamentary committee probing leaked IG tape suspends sitting. The committee set up to investigate an alleged plot to oust the Inspector General of Police, Dr. George Ekufu-Dampare, has suspended sitting indefinitely. The chair of the committee, Samuel Atta-Achia, told journalists after Wednesday's sitting that the committee would be interrogating a new set of evidence tabled before it by the lawyers of retired cop George Alex Mensah. And I'm quoting, "There was written evidence that we will look at, and it came from cop retired George Alex Mensah. He has additional evidence, so he released it to the committee. The matters are coming to a head, and we afforded the witnesses the opportunity to say whether they have any additional matters they want to look at. We have garnered what we have garnered so far. We want to retire and look at it, and then we could start writing our report." So it is an indefinite. What's the word? Suspension or the sitting.
Yeah.
So when they come back, they will let us know what is the next step.
Well, we will be here and we'll be definitely here to report it to you when they come out with their conclusions of the sitting. It's just, I said this the last time, I really found the whole process a bit confusing because of how things have played out. But yes, we'll let you know what comes all out of that sitting, and we're moving on to our next story. So it is no news that nurses are leaving this country. They are fleeing this country because of a lot of reasons.
No, it is a war zone over here.
That is at the rate of which they are leaving. Yes, I think around 4,000 have been reported to leave somewhere last year. So they are leaving at a crazy rate. And people can't blame them, can we? But then the president of the Ghana Registered Nurses and Midwives Association, Mrs. Perpetua Ofori-Ampofo, has expressed a concern over this problem and saying that we use taxpayers' money to train these nurses, so we shouldn't sit aloof, unconcerned, as they all japa and leave this country.
Explanation: taxpayers' money. Please explain that portion.
You and I, because and also relatively okay compared to international schools in the US, in the UK, Ghanaians actually have heavily subsidized school fees.
Okay.
So we don't pay as much in tuition. So unlike the US, you don't have us borrowing for. Most people don't borrow for school. So you finish your 4 years and you're probably not in student debt. Unlike the America where Biden now has to forgive student debt. So yes, we have subsidized education cost. But that doesn't take away the fact that we still pay something. And taxpayers may seem like such a broad term.
Because you're basically saying you pay for them. So it's not like maybe their parents or their own
exactly
pay for their own education.
But then,
it's not free.
Who are the taxpayers even? So are you saying citizens get to pay for their own education, so they are not allowed to leave? Well, she did go on to accept the fact that there are a lot of factors why these nurses are leaving, and she thinks that a government should be attentive to these needs in a way to turn things around, because yes, even though we are training a lot of nurses, we cannot sit aloof thinking that as they go, a lot of people come and replace them. It's going to affect our health system. So yes, I personally think the focus shouldn't be on the fact that they subsidize school fees and hence they should have some loyalty to the country just because we have subsidized school fees. I think the focus should be on listening to their needs and making sure that they are fixed.
That's a great, because why are they leaving?
Yes.
That is very important. Yes, for some people, they just use that as an avenue because they want to leave. But what about those who actually want to be nurses, but after they are done, they are home, there are no jobs, maybe the jobs are not very, how do I put it, well paying for them, difficult and frustrating. Circumstances are not very favorable. So I mean, if you were in their positions, you would want better options. And if the better option is to leave, well, you leave.
Yes, and I don't think anyone will find guilt in the fact that they have subsidized school fees to stay in the country.
Not at all. This has been ABC News Highlights. My name is Golda Abatai.
And my name is Nana Kwame Bobe. Thank you so much for sticking with us. Go to abcnewsch.com for your latest news in governance, politics, and sports, and our social media platforms.
ABCNewsCH_. See you.